Think I'm recording. What's up, guys? It's Jenna here, founder of FillYourBooks.com, and I'm here with one of our awesome students, Sher. She has had some amazing results, and she is just an amazing person, and I wanted to get her on this video for you guys. So why don't you just start off and tell us a little bit about kind of who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Well, my name is Sher, short for Sherilyn. I was formerly a makeup artist turned hairdresser for the film and TV industry. I'm originally from Los Angeles. I'm now located in Raleigh, North Carolina. I moved to Raleigh to be close to family that was here in the area. And my plan didn't really go as according to plan. My timing on my move couldn't have sucked harder. I literally arrived here with the moving van and my stuff the day the city shut down for COVID.
Of course.
So in one afternoon, the apartment I was supposed to move into fell through. The salon I was supposed to be working at that I interviewed for fell through and never heard from them again when things opened back up. So I was just kind of on my own. Didn't really know what to do. Terrified to go out on my own because I didn't think I could do it without a salon, that had walk-ins or
Right.
call-ins.
Especially in a new place that you don't know anybody besides.
Yeah, kind of me, my clientele. I did find a place to work that would take on a new stylist with no clientele fresh out of a pandemic, and I'm forever grateful to them. But it just really wasn't the right fit for me. I don't know. I just felt I was a little too old, actually, for everything that was in there. And I'd had a lot of experience, and it's kind of that dichotomy that I spent 20-something years in the film and TV industry. So I'd done hair and I'd done makeup for 20 years. But in order to go behind the chair when I was ready to get out of the film industry, I had to go to school. I had to actually have a cosmetology license. So I had to go back to school to learn what I'd already been doing for 20 years and get the license to do it. So in a salon environment, I was looked at as a new stylist, but I kind of wasn't at the same time. So it was an interesting journey for me. Just to back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But cut to being fresh in a new area in a pandemic, I struggled. It was really hard to find a clientele being on my own. I was trying to work a part-time job, doing something else in an office while I built my clientele. I was going to networking events, and I was like just running around, and it just really wasn't working. I was getting a few clients, but it wasn't really leading too much. And the people that I was finding or that did get referred to me, they weren't the right clients for me. We all have, that dream client, they talk about the program. And so doing the program really sort of changed things around for me. Just to give you an example, I looked up what my past 3 months has been in the 90 days that I did the program. And I don't know if you can.
Oh yeah, I love this
Number $17,972.
That's awesome. So that was just for 3 months.
That was the past 90 days. My past 4 weeks was 6,887.
That is awesome. And coming from literally knowing no one. So before I love that you started out with numbers because I love numbers, but tell me, because I know what was it like finding Fill Your Books? Like you were feeling all of those feelings. You're like, I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Nothing's really sticking. Tell me what that process was kind of like of finding Fill Your Books, kind of getting on the phone and that process.
Well, I'd seen, the ads in Instagram. I'm like, yeah.
Like, if I see this girl one more time on my feed.
I thought it was a scam, to be honest with you, at first. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then one day, I don't know what it was. Something was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna click. I fell for the clickbait. And then I started, watching and reading, and then I started, researching, and I looked you up on Instagram. I looked the other, stylists that were mentioned on Instagram, and I just started seeing that recurring success stories. I'm like, okay, let me give it a try. And so I filled out, the information and got my phone call and went from there. But it was terrifying. It was terrifying to commit to something financially as well as the work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the work is hard. I'm already a pretty mature person and pretty business minded to begin with, but
Yeah.
the work is so hard. It's terrifying to reach out to someone you don't know, have never met, you just
Yeah.
saw Instagram profile. And the hardest part for me was the fear of rejection. The
No, for
fear
sure.
of that, that person say something awful, like stop spamming me or something like that. You know what I mean? Or getting blocked.
Yeah.
Um, but I kind of got over it because, push came to shove and I had to do it.
Yeah.
I
What else
have,
do you have to lose? At a certain
well,
point.
yeah, I mean, my business,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm paying a space and, with no clientele to come in and, services not being booked, I can't pay that rent. And then I end up, so yeah, you do have a lot to lose, honestly, if you're not really pushing yourself to get that chair filled.
No, it's true. Remind me, were you in your studio when you joined, or was it like right in the beginning?
No, I was renting a chair in a salon. So I was a
Right.
booth worker. But I was at a place in my life where me personally, I felt like being in a private studio was better for me.
Yeah.
I was to a place in my life where I felt being in a salon environment was really noisy. And I had a lot of clients that, were, wanting to come at like off hours on days where it was slower because it was really noisy. And,
Right. Yeah.
it was just, I was getting to that point where I was just kind of tired of that environment. I wanted something a little more peaceful. Um, I have the majority of my clientele are women who are just looking for that 2 hours to get away from their husband, their kids, their
It's supposed to
job.
be relaxing.
They want to hear the going on. Yeah, and so I wanted to create that environment, but I couldn't necessarily swing the almost double rent on a
Yeah.
private show.
How exciting was it when you realized, like, oh shit, I can go do that now?
Yeah, it was really exciting. The moment for me was when I met with the landlord of my studio, and she says, "Okay, well, this is going to be the move in, the rent and the deposit." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I got that," and I had it. It's
Yeah.
like that. Check.
How awesome is that?
It
Oh,
is really awesome. It's a really, really good feeling.
that's great. Oh, that's so amazing. Kind of backtrack a bit. How was kind of your experience with the coaching and support that we offer? How did you feel kind of your onboarding was? Did you feel, did you feel secure through this process? Like you kind of had somebody to lean on, and what was kind of your opinion and experience of the coaching support throughout your journey?
I thought it was really good. I mean, I know that in my phone call with Alex, she felt like after our questions and her little interview of me, she felt like I was probably going to be a pretty easy, an easy to coach person
Sure.
because the mindset and everything I already had, it was already there. I was just really struggling in how to put it into action in a new area.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm an introvert to begin with. I it's odd to say, a hairdresser is an introvert, but I am a true introvert. I've learned to become high functioning
Yeah.
as a result of what I do. But I am an introvert. So it was that shyness that I think they had to coach me, to push me a little bit more. But I loved the fact that, I had someone a text message away
Yeah.
anytime that could answer a question, just offer words of encouragement when I was feeling really shaky, like, oh my God, this isn't working. I'm not, this isn't happening. Why isn't this happening?
Yeah.
Um, and through that coaching, I kind of got over a few, things just internally in my own headspace that I needed to get over to
Sure.
get work.
Yeah. with that, what would be your biggest piece of advice for someone who's either thinking about joining Fill Your Books, or they're just in the growth process, speaking to yourself almost 90 days ago? What would you say to them?
Do it. First, the short version, do it. The second version is, it's not just going to help you fill your books, it's going to help you be a better business owner. It's going to change your mindset and your perspective, and the things that you think are important and the things that really are more important. It's just going to make a lot of shifts for you and set you up for success. Not just monetarily, but to be a better business owner. If your desire is to someday have a salon with other stylists underneath you, or it changes the way you look at what you do and what your business is.
Yeah, no, I love that. Awesome. Did you have any other last words that you wanted to get off your chest, besides the fact that you just made almost $18,000 in 90 days, which that's
I was
crazy.
shocked when I saw that number too. I was like, wait,
what just happened? And I mean, to put it into perspective for everybody, when they're in terms of investment, I mean, that's almost 4x your investment back within the time period that you're with us, which I think is amazing.
Which I was terrified. I didn't think that I was terrified. I think that's, for me, was the most terrifying part, was handing that money over. That was a huge hurdle, because I'm like a hoarder. I've got to hold on to it because don't know what's going to happen. And I had to get to a point where I was, okay, universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, it's like, it's going to come, and getting into that business, again, that business mind, you have to spend money to make money.
Exactly. No, 100%. And just like you said, I mean, something that you've been doing for years, which was doing hair, for television, things like that, media coming into, and having to go back to school. I'm sure you had to pay for that too, which, that's a whole, you have to invest in the thing that's going to give you the return, like you said.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm super proud of you. I am very excited for what your next 90 days looks like, because I can't even imagine. I know. I can't even imagine what the consistency and that compound effect is going to do for you. But I am, like I said, I'm very proud of you. And if anybody is watching and you are curious about Fill Your Books, or you have any questions, please head over to fillyourbooks.com. We're happy to help you fill out the application, and we would love to chat with you on the phone.
You won't be sorry.
What was that?
Do it. You won't be sorry.
Yes, we love to hear it. Okay, awesome. Check out the website. If you guys have any questions, let us know. But hopefully we'll see you guys inside of the inner circle.